Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver the keynote address to commemorate Workers' Day at Cosatu's main event. That's at the Sugar Ray Xulu Stadium in Clermont, Durban. ENCA's Pamadla Goge is tracking that story for us, and he joins us live from Durban. Mfoka Goge, good morning to you. So today doubles up as Workers' Day, and at the same time you have political parties fanning across the country to basically campaign for the last time. Talk to us about the issues that are going to come up in the main that affect workers.
Absolutely. We expect that the ANC-led Tripartite Alliance will use today's May Day rally basically as a final push. Few days before the elections next week, there is no doubt that they would want to capitalize and then get that support of thousands of workers whom we expect to arrive here at Sugar Ray Xulu Stadium any minute from now. But I think the biggest issue facing workers in South Africa right now, of course, apart from working conditions, is the issue of unity within and amongst workers. As we speak in KwaZulu-Natal, Cosatu is having its national event. On the other hand, its rival and breakaway SAFTU is also having a march in Durban. It tells you that, yes, they have a right to have different programs, but at the end of the day, it talks about disunity within workers themselves, and I think that's the biggest challenge facing workers in South Africa right now. It doesn't matter what color of your labor union's t-shirt you are wearing. At the end of the day, all workers, they are facing similar conditions. But right now, we are joined by Cosatu spokesperson Sizwe Palmer. Baba, thank you very much for your time. This is a very important day for workers in South Africa and globally. But what does it mean for workers' unity in South Africa as we speak? Because workers are not united yet. They face similar challenges.
Well, look, that's a very important issue. It's an important issue for us because we are coming out of the 13th National Congress that was held at Calaca Estate last year. We discussed this issue because it is weakening the working class. The proliferation of trade unions is really weakening us because, as we have seen in the mining sector, while NUM and AMCU have been fighting each other, we have lost up to 75,000 jobs. We strongly do believe that if trade unions were to forget about the minor differences, because the differences between trade unions are very minor, we can actually put those aside and collectively work together. We were heartened to see NUMSA and NUM working very well together during the ESCOM strike. And even before that, Cosatu and NUMSA had worked very well together during the bus strike. That is what, as Cosatu, we want to see. Of course, we will continue to differ because we hold different views and we feel strongly about those views. But if you look at the level of exploitation, and not just the level of exploitation that we're witnessing in this country, but the fact that we are failing to really organize up to 75% of the workforce that remains unorganized. So those are the issues really that are important, and that's the message we're trying to send today.
But some people will say that's your failure as Cosatu because you've been preoccupied with internal squabbles and you've neglected workers and their struggles.
Not really, not at all. In fact, we have done a lot of good work over the last couple of years. Of course, the internal struggles that lasted over a period of 5 years at Cosatu did really reverse some of the hard work and the struggles that we were pursuing. But if you want to tick boxes, we've just delivered the national minimum wage, which is a huge issue for workers because it allows us to now to have a platform so that we can build towards a living wage. Secondly, at the same time, let us talk about this issue of the e-tolls because for a long time people have been going around saying, look, this is a campaign that has failed. Actually, this is the most successful campaign after 1994.
But e-tolls are still there. Even though the ANC in Gauteng, the PEC resolved that e-tolls must go, Finance Minister has got other opinions and views. Your ANC-led government has not implemented a decision and a resolution to scrap e-tolls. They are still there.
Yes. Actually, that's very much true. But the point is, why are they unworkable? Why is it that 80% of motorists in Gauteng are not paying? Why is it that government is all over the place, not sure what to do with the issue of e-tolls? It's because this is the most successful and the longest boycott by the people of South Africa, led by Cosatu, of a policy that is unpopular. That is a big deal because Under apartheid, that is how the back of the apartheid system was broken, was that unpopular policies were rejected by the people. And we have rejected the issue of e-tolls, and we are succeeding. This is not a stalemate. Workers and people are not paying for e-tolls.
Okay,
so
at the moment it is a stalemate, but let's put it this way. I know that there have been a lot of successes in terms of legislation, but let's talk about bread and butter issues. As we speak, yes, the issue of minimum wage, but a decent living wage, that is the struggle you should be pursuing, and you are not vigorously pursuing it as we speak.
Actually, even that point is not true. For example, let's look at what is it that is taking money out of workers' pockets? It's transport. 15% of workers' wages go to transport.
And petrol increases today.
Yes. And Cosatu is vigorously demanding that we have a fuel price cap, number one. Number two, Cosatu is pushing for a comprehensive transport system. And at the end of the day, we are also the champions of national health insurance, and we're very much involved in the campaign for free education.
Okay, Baba, we'll leave it at that. We'll catch up with you later on as soon as the program gets underway. That's Sizwe Palmer, is the spokesperson of Cosatu, as we expect President Cyril Ramaphosa to address the May Day rally in Durban today.
Spamadla Goke live for us at the Sugar Ray Xulu Stadium in Durban ahead of that main event of May Day that will be addressed by the country's president alongside union leaders. Well, DA leader